मेरी पहली जॉब में मेरी प्रोबेशन एक्सटेंड हो गई थी और आई वॉज फायर्ड फ्रॉम माई लास्ट जॉब. आई बेसिकली सक्ड एट एवरीथिंग आई डिड, बट टुडे आई एम फॉर्चुनेट इनफ टू रनिंग ए कंपनी विच इज डूइंग ए रेवेन्यू ऑफ 32 लाख रुपीज अ डे.
एस्ट्रोटॉक, जिसने 80% मार्केट शेयर हासिल कर लिया है.
एस्ट्रोटॉक का बिजनेस मॉडल क्या है?
एस्ट्रोलॉजर्स की हम लिस्ट दिखाते हैं ऐप पे, तो आपको जो उनसे अच्छे लग रहे हैं उनकी प्रोफाइल चेक कर लो, उनकी बायो पढ़ लो, फोटो देख लो, क्या करते हैं, क्या स्किल्स हैं, क्या लैंग्वेजेस हैं, और उनके रिव्यूज़ पढ़ लो. उसके बेसिस पे आप उनसे बात कर सकते हो. मेजर बिजनेस इंडिया में है, लेकिन हमारा बाहर से भी बहुत बड़ा बिजनेस है. आई थिंक हमारा कुछ 17% फॉरेन से आता है.
AI probably doesn't have answers to all your difficult problems in life, but 2,500 crore Astrotalk might be able to help. Remember that scene from the movie Tamasha where Ranbir Kapoor's character Ved asks the Baba, played by Piyush Mishra, अब आगे क्या होगा बाबा?
मेरी कहानी में आगे क्या होता है?
Answers to such questions and their variations are what make Astrotalk work. We uncovered some fascinating insights behind Astrotalk's success while researching for this video. I will tell you all about how Astrotalk got here, the core product insights, and how they became the world's largest astrology company. I'm very intrigued to share our findings with you. Let's begin. India has always believed in astrology, and it's deeply ingrained in our culture. It's been there for more than 2000 years. Many Indians, whether you believe it or not, still prefer approaching an astrologer over a psychologist. An EMR study pegged the Indian religious and spiritual market at a value of $58 billion in 2023. This is expected to grow at a CAGR of 10% between 2024 to 2032 to reach around $150 billion in less than a decade. The pandemic only accelerated the trend of using such services, with big astrology platforms reporting a 200 to 500% increase in calls and subscriptions since the lockdown began. Astrotalk is a simple app, similar to home services giant Urban Company in India. Users can log in and choose between three services: chat with an astrologer, talk to one, or buy a product or service like an e-puja. In 2015, Puneet Gupta, the founder, was bored with his engineering job in Bombay and contemplating his next career move. Over coffee, a friend who dabbled in astrology made a striking prediction that he would leave his job, build a company that would shut down in 2 years, and eventually create a massive, well-known enterprise. Though it sounded eerie, the prediction came true. Puneet left his job, built an agency, scaled it, and shut it down in 2 years. Amazed by his friend's accurate forecast, he wondered if others would also be interested in such advice and if there was a way to make it available at scale. This idea led to the birth of Astrotalk in October 2017. 6 years later, Astrotalk is the largest astrology platform in India, thriving and generating close to 2 crores in revenue per day. According to a 2021 Pew Research survey, about 44% Indians believe in astrology, or the idea that the position of the planets and the stars can influence events in people's lives, whereas 83% of Indians fix important dates based on auspicious timings. Everyone in my friend circle who got married decided their dates this way. When Puneet started Astrotalk, he thought most users would be older people from tier 2 and tier 3 towns. It makes sense, right? You would not expect young folks in tier 1 cities to be particularly spiritual or open about such beliefs. But behind the scenes, the truth was very different. People, especially those under 35, were searching online for astrology. While they might not discuss it openly, they were curious to know more about their careers, love lives, health, and financial well-being, and looking for a safe place to talk about these things. This hidden demand showed a clear need for a convenient and private astrology service. That's what Puneet thought. Astrotalk realized that young people in tier 1 cities didn't want to seem old-fashioned or blindly believe in astrology, and they preferred the convenience of online consultations over in-person meetings. This insight was crucial in shaping Astrotalk's offerings. Before Astrotalk, there were two kinds of astrology apps in the Indian market. Those built by big astrologers themselves, lacking good user experience, and those built by developers who couldn't really crack the trust factor. Astrotalk bridged this gap, combining a seamless user experience with trusted astrologers. Now let's talk about Astrotalk, the product. It allows users to consult astrologers via the internet, call, and chat. It boasts an impressive roster of up to 15,000 astrologers, tarot readers, numerologists, and Vastu experts. Users can connect with these professionals for predictions about marriage, love life, career, health, and even finance. Let me share the kind of questions users ask on the platform. Can I get married to my boyfriend? I am Manglik. What should I do? Will I clear my exams? Should I invest money in this market? All these questions. Through his detailed research, Puneet identified 3 core insights. 1. Fake astrologers were prevalent in India. Second, Jio's rapid internet penetration brought millions of more Indians online. Third, many people used therapy and similar services as coping mechanisms. Trust was essential for success. To ensure credibility, they implemented a rigorous 5-step interview process to onboard qualified astrologers. Over the years, they scaled to about 15,000 astrologers on the platform. The app offers features such as chatting and calling an astrologer, joining live group calls, and a section for remedies where users can arrange for e-pujas and order gemstones, among other things. Astrotalk's focus on curation and trust has been its biggest strength and differentiator in the market. By connecting users with trusted astrologers and providing a safe private space for consultations, Astrotalk has tapped into the massive demand for astrology services in India. As the industry grows, Astrotalk is well positioned to lead and shape the future of India's spiritual tech industry. All that sounds good, but how does it make money? Let's talk about that now. Astrotalk's model relies on verified professionals. 90% of its revenue comes from one-on-one consultations where users pay per minute to talk to astrologers, whether it is through chat or calls. About 5% comes from live streaming fees and the rest from e-commerce, including ad revenue and the sale of products for rituals and pujas. Astrotalk doesn't charge astrologers to be part of the platform, but it takes a commission for each transaction that happens on the platform. Users deposit funds which are used for their consultations with the astrologers. Astrotalk's app features per minute pricing for chat and calls with astrologers, ranging from 10 rupees to up to 350 rupees per minute. Their biggest expenses are astrologer payouts and marketing, largely performance marketing, with some going into social media promotions. You may be wondering, how did they reach this far? Let's talk about their growth strategy. Today, 90% of Astrotalk's revenue comes from customers below the age of 35, meeting the hidden demand of young urban users while ensuring trust and convenience has been the key to Astrotalk's success so far. It is currently the biggest player in its space with over 80% market share. Astrotalk claims to have more than 30 million registered users with 450,000 daily users and 2.5 million plus monthly users, making it the most widely used astrology platform in India. Their growth strategy includes number 1, SEO growth loops. Astrotalk acquires astrologers through ads and word of mouth, who then contribute to SEO content, boosting platform visibility. This enhances rankings and attracts new customers, driving higher demand and prices. Number 2, performance marketing. Astrotalk acquires around 220,000 customers monthly through paid campaigns, targeting both Indian and international markets. They invest heavily in performance marketing, focusing on NRIs in the US, UK, Canada, Australia, and other English-speaking countries. Number 3, freemium pricing. Astrotalk engages users by offering a free session so that they can try it before they buy it. This encourages users to explore the platform and their services. Number 4, celebrity endorsement. Instagram influencers and Bollywood celebrities like Ranbir Kapoor, Mandira Bedi, and Sweta Tiwari endorse Astrotalk. They share personal stories of how astrology changed their lives, promoting the platform. Astrology was only the entry point. In a LinkedIn post, founder Puneet shared the following. That means they have very large adjacent market opportunities to pursue to keep expanding their footprint. But how big can it get? Let's talk about their financials. Astrotalk is growing fast. It currently has more than 80% of market share, and so it gets a major chunk of revenue from all the digital players in this space. And they have been also expanding globally in recent years. Around 17% of the company's revenue was generated from outside India, stated the co-founder Anmol Jain about their financial year 2023 performance. Astrotalk, which first achieved profitability in financial year 2020 and has scaled up exponentially in the last couple of years. Today, the company believes that it is poised to be the Uber of astrology. The platform reported revenues of 283 CR in financial year 23 as opposed to 115 CR previously, a 145% year-on-year growth. The company's profit increased to 27 CR in financial year 23. That's 2x plus growth on the revenue front as well as a remarkable near 4x surge in profits. And even though the company's net profit fell in financial year 2022 in comparison to 21, the financial year 23 profit is higher than both the years. While the company is yet to file its audited financial results for financial year 24, with its current run rate, it is expected to clock more than 650 CR in revenue and with a profit of 100 CR. So what do we learn from all of this? Here are the 3 key takeaways for all of you. Number 1, cultural relevance and market demand. Astrotalk tapped into India's deep-rooted belief in astrology, addressing a cultural demand for spiritual guidance that spans centuries. While we can debate the merit of astrology itself, we cannot ignore the opportunities that might go unnoticed due to our own biases. Number 2, understanding your audience. Contrary to initial expectations, Astrotalk found a strong user base among youth professionals in Tier 1 cities who preferred the privacy and convenience of online consultations. This shows that we might be wrong about our initial target group. By listening to our users and leveraging data, we can iterate and find the right market segment to focus on. Number 3, building trust. In a marketplace model, supply side quality is super important to get right. For Astrotalk, ensuring trust was crucial for success in a market plagued by low quality astrologers. Its rigorous interview and onboarding process for qualified astrologers, along with creating awareness around this process, built a lot of trust in their target users. And that brings us to the end of this episode of Scale by Airtribe. I hope you found it insightful and learned something new about astrology and Astrotalk. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more fascinating content. We would love to hear your thoughts about Astrotalk and the future of astrology in India. Drop your comments below. Until next time, stay curious and stay hungry.